Hello and welcome to this North American Power presentation. I am so honored to tell you more about this tremendous business opportunity that's changing people's lives. It allows people like you and I, average ordinary people, to tap into an $850 billion industry that is creating wealth. Now, you know what, before I go more into that, let's talk about something just as important. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about your life, your wants, and your concerns. You know, if I polled a random group of people all across the U.S. and ask them what was keeping them up at night, the majority of the people would probably say money. And who can blame them? With unemployment at record highs, with underemployment running just as rampant, with 70% of college graduates unable to get a job in their chosen field, it's difficult. Money is tight. People are losing their homes. They're losing their automobiles. They're arguing over the bills. It's not a pretty picture. Or maybe you've got a job, you've got a career that takes all of your time. And what you found is that you're spending your time and your effort building somebody else's dream, building somebody else's fortune while you feel underpaid and underappreciated. Or maybe there's just no job security. You know, that's a big worry. And what about retirement? For those getting ready to enter into retirement, they're finding that they cannot retire comfortably. In fact, a high percentage of retirees live at poverty level. You know what? You work 20, 30, 40 years to retire from a job to go back into the job market, competing with those college graduates I was talking about earlier. This is a serious, serious problem. But let me tell you what, there is a serious solution. It's called North American Power. Take a look at what I'm talking about.
Energy choice. Not long ago, it didn't exist. Only one company supplied our electricity or natural gas. We had to buy their product. We had to pay their price. It was a monopoly. Now, thanks to new energy choice programs across the country, those monopolies are being broken up, making room for competition, leading to lower rates, new energy innovation, better products and services. Now, in many areas, you can actually choose the company that supplies your energy. Your local utility company will still maintain your wires, pipes, and poles. The way energy choice programs work, it makes no difference to them where your energy comes from. But it can make a big difference for you. For millions today, North American Power is simply the best choice. Michelle owns a flower shop. Last month, she took her family to Paris. Every month, she gets one of these. She doesn't care. It's covered. So are these. Is the floral business that good? Last month, it was flourishing. This month, not so much. Again, no worries for Michelle. What's her secret? Well, it's quite a story. Once upon a time, Michelle worked for someone else. She did very well, but she worked all the time, and if she stopped working, her income would go away. But Michelle had dreams. She loved growing things, and she wanted to spend more time with her kids before they grew too big, and do more with her husband before they grew too old. Then she heard about North American Power. She was a little surprised. Of course, she knew friends who had tried home-based businesses. Most of them had to pay money up front to get started, sometimes a lot of money. Many ended with a garage full of stuff left to sell, and never even got back the money that they put in. North American Power was different. When they said no investment, no risk, they meant it. In fact, they would invest in her with free training and her very own personalized website. Even better, North American Power offered something Michelle was already using each and every day: energy. All of this truly set them apart. Michelle decided to give it a try. With literally nothing to lose, she simply went online and signed up. Like millions of people, Michelle now has energy choice. That means she can choose the company that supplies her energy. It's just like long-distance service. Remember when you first had the chance to change your long-distance carrier? This is the same kind of thing, but a new kind of choice. And for Michelle, it was North American Power, her best choice for energy with a powerful business attached, and a combination of benefits no one else could match. She loved having several cleaner energy options, all at affordable prices. She was also proud of the way the company gives back, empowering her to make a difference. Their Mission to Millions campaign lets customers choose from a list of worthwhile charities, and North American Power donates $1 each month on their behalf. This combination of kindness, promise, and power led Forbes magazine to name North American Power one of America's most promising companies, the first company of its kind ever to make the list. Exciting stuff. So Michelle found it easy to tell her friends, her family, her neighbors, and coworkers, anyone really, about North American Power. And by simply sharing, her new business blossomed as well as her income. As she talked to people and they signed up as customers, North American Power gave her money. Then, each month when they paid their energy bills, her money grew. And each time those satisfied customers shared and signed up others, Michelle made more and more money. Michelle's business grew, and so did other things. Long dormant dreams began to blossom all around. The dreams of new moms and retired granddads, of dock workers and overworked doctors, of CEOs and ordinary Joes. It was amazing how this opportunity worked for anyone. How exciting it was to help people who once felt insecure or never thought that they could ever get ahead or pay for their child's college or own their dream home or spend every day doing something they love. Together, they were at the forefront of the coming boom in energy, beating the odds of a bad economy. Together, they were growing more empowered. And as they grew, Michelle reveled in the reality that no one ever got hurt. No money was ever lost. In fact, the more others made, the more Michelle made, and the better all their lives grew. She loved that. Remember, she loves growing things. Not long ago, Michelle quit her old job, and North American Power went from Plan B to Plan A. She opened that little flower shop just for fun. Her family went to Paris for 2 full weeks, and while she was away, her income never wilted. In fact, it grew and grew. Michelle is not alone. She's one of thousands, a growing grassroots movement of customers turned entrepreneurs, empowered by choice, empowered for change. Sign up today. No other business can offer you more. The best energy choices for the planet and pocketbook. Nature and the nation. A mission to give millions and make a difference for billions. An opportunity that costs you not a dime to start. No risk, no regrets. Just a new way to work, live, and bring new energy and new dreams to a world running low on both. Join us now. Be the power for change. For your family, your friends, for the world, and for you.
Wow, impressive, huh? Are you starting to feel some hope? Maybe even seeing yourself building a business with North American Power? Well, let me show you something else that's just as impressive. You know, back in 2010, we started with just a handful of people, and that turned into over 50,000 customers. In 2011, we doubled that number, and in 2012, we doubled it again. Now, with this type of amazing growth, you have to have amazing leadership, and we have that with North American Power. Our co-founders, Carrie Breitbart and Carrie Turnbull, have a very impressive background in energy and building large businesses. We are so honored to have them at the helm. Now, of course, we've received our share of accolades. Back in 2011, featured in Forbes Top 100. You know, the only company of our type on this list. Direct Selling News, fastest growing company in 2011. We've also received other business awards, kind of like the Oscars of big business. Here, take a look.
The 2012 Gold Stevie Award for Executive of the Year in the Energy and Utilities Industries goes to Carrie Breitbart, CEO, North American Power, South Norwalk, Connecticut. The 2012 Gold Stevie Award for Company of the Year in the Energy Industry goes to North American Power, South Norwalk, Connecticut.
Just like shopping for a new car, Pennsylvania residents can now shop for the best prices on electricity. It's part of the state's move to deregulate the utility next month.
Of course, the switch means new electric companies are now scrambling to get your business. Fox 29's Chris O'Connell explains what it really means for you.
If you make a switch, you shouldn't notice many other changes. You will still get a PECO bill. You will still call PECO for repairs or power outages. Now it's just a matter of where your electric comes from. The Pennsylvania Public Utility Commission says what you should be doing now is shopping around.
You're going to save some money and you're going to get a much more effective product.
Carrie Breitbart heads North American Power.
Only 25% of the people in New York have taken advantage of this.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's information. You know, it's education.
It was incredibly easy. All you have to do is switch.
North American offers an incentive for referrals, one more reason why Elizabeth changed her ESCO.
There's also the opportunity, if we want to actually generate income by referring people.
Question: would you consider switching to a third-party provider to try to reduce your electric bill?
The Board of Public Utilities says switching your supply company will in no way impact the safety or reliability of your service. In Trenton, Carla Bardina, News 12, New Jersey.
In the event of an energy emergency, your utility company responds whether you use a third-party provider or not.
Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. Did you know that 13 energy providers trying to sell you electricity in New Hampshire? That comes from the Public Utilities Commission website. The most recent one is North American Power, number 57, on Forbes' list of the 100 most promising companies. Not bad.
So by now you should be asking yourself, how do I get my North American Power business started? And this is my favorite part of the presentation, because I want to tell you you can get started today, right now, with no financial investment. Yes, you heard me correctly. We're not going to ask you for hundreds of dollars to get started. We're not going to ask you for $30 or $40 a month in website fees. This is a new technology and home-based business. No startup cost and no website fees. And that means no risk. No risk to you, your family members, your friends, or your co-workers. You can become a business owner without a major investment. And we're doing it with the perfect product, something people already use on a daily basis. They understand the value of, and that means there's no selling, no inventories or deliveries. And I'll say it one more time, no cost to enroll. I'm going to let one of the world's wealthiest men tell you why energy is the place to be. Take a look.
What industry do you think is going to produce the next Bill Gates? Because that's the industry I want to get a job in.
The energy business, some approach will provide cheaper energy that's environmentally friendly. And there's a lot of science, a lot of business. It's a global thing. There'll be some great careers there.
Wow, what a recommendation. Now let's talk about how we can put dollars in your pocket with the North American Power business opportunity. We have 3 streams of income: active, passive, and residual. First, we'll talk about active. And this is something we're accustomed to, getting paid upon our own efforts. You know, we work a week, we get paid a week. Work an hour, get paid an hour. Well, with North American Power, as you gather personal customers, we're going to pay you Fast Start bonuses. And these Fast Start bonuses could represent hundreds or even thousands of dollars in your first 30 days. Dollars that you can use for nice dinners out with your spouse, maybe a much needed vacation for the family, or paying those bills that are keeping you up at night. Now, passive income, this is where it gets interesting, because now you have the ability to earn on the efforts of other people. So as your customers get involved and start gathering other customers who gather other customers, when anyone in your referral network makes money, you make money also. Let's talk about how these numbers can grow. I want to compare it to Facebook. You know, when Facebook began, it started with a handful of people on a college campus. And that handful, they went out and shared it with another handful, who shared it with another handful, and it turned into a viral sensation. Well, we're tapping into the same referral network with North American Power, but we're plugging it into an $850 billion industry. So imagine the possibilities with your referral network. For every person that you know, they know 100 to 200 people that you don't know that could be added to your referral network. Let me show you now how the residual income portion works as we tap into this referral network of customers that we build. We pay down 6 levels, and these numbers grow with every level. Here's an example. I bring in 10 customers personally, and each of my 10, they go out and get 5. And those 5, well, they go out and get 5. And as we play the numbers down, we see that can represent hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of customers. And we receive a monthly residual income each month as they pay their utility bill. And that number can be anywhere from 25 cents to $2.50. Now you can see in this income projection, we're showing about $17,000 a month in residual income. Now, if you don't believe that, cut it in half. How about $8,500 a month in residual income? Cut that in half, $4,000 a month. Would you cash that check for $4,000? Absolutely. Would that $4,000 a month make a difference in your life? Well, I believe so. So when you're looking at this, understand the possibility. Now, let me interject one other thing. If you come into North American with a green product and your customers do the same, we'll actually double that residual income that you make monthly. Now let me just throw this in last. We want to recognize you for your efforts. We want to applaud you and celebrate your success. So with North American Power, we do more than pat you on the back. We have things like iPads and flat screen TVs that recognize your efforts. How about car allowances in order to be able to purchase the car of your dreams? Well, this is already happening for people all around the U.S., and so I want you to hear from them now.
I think most people are very concerned about the future.
I was out of work for probably almost a year.
The corporate grind was 60 hours a week for me for 18 years in real estate.
My 401 has turned into a 201k.
To use the cliche, it hit home, it hit our home.
The deregulation of energy at the retail level is just beginning to roll. So we really are at the beginning, and we don't get too many opportunities in our lifetime to have the time.
We are in the largest transference of wealth through deregulation in our country's history. And North American Power is taking advantage of that, and they've also given us the opportunity to take advantage of that.
It doesn't matter where you live. You can grow a business in any state in the union.
It's very easy to get started. You pull out your bill, log on, put in the information, and you become a customer of North American Power. It's one bill simplicity.
The fact that I did not have to pay anything to get into this opportunity, and that I could do it alongside my current full-time job, it was what I was looking for.
We're a social networking company. I only shared this with a couple of dozen people. All of a sudden I had 93, and then I had 210, and then I had 350, and it's taken a life of its own.
Every time someone flicks on that light switch, I'm making money.
Oh, yeah.
You start making money immediately in this business. A week into it, you're going to get a check if you're out there showing people the opportunity.
You know, it started out, my first check was actually a $15 check. I turned 21, and just a couple months ago I was able to buy my dream car, a Corvette Z06, for cash.
I'm in charge of my life because I'm doing this in 25 to 30 hours a week.
I get to work with my spouse in this business, being there for my kids, whenever they need me.
You can't describe the feeling knowing that you have such a direct result in helping somebody that you love and care about.
The core values that they represent are so in line with mine, and how it enables me to be able to help other people improve their lives.
We are part of something that's so big. Forbes magazine recognized us as one of America's most promising companies.
We're building a team of people who have never done this type of business before, who have never had success, and who have never owned their own business. And they're taking charge of their lives and the lives of their families.
I love the concept of redirecting money from the Middle East to supporting American wind farmers and creating American jobs here that can't be outsourced.
Knowing that you can wake up every day and share this information and change someone's life, on a daily basis, it makes you a happy person.
My motto for North American Power is we don't want to make North American Power the best company in the world. We want to make it the best company for the world, and we have the ability to do that.
Well, we've reached the end of this presentation, and I hope you've seen something here that really makes you think. Think about the possibilities of what your future could be like with North American Power. The future to make a difference. The future that can change your life and the lives of your family. Get back with the person that invited you onto this presentation and say, yes, I'm ready to become part of North American Power. Thanks for watching.